No, we're just going to get them done.
What?
Let's do them.
We
We
ready?
can get through
Yeah.
all of it.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Leanne Kimber. I'm the Interim Executive Director of the Webster Economic Development Alliance. Most of you know that in April 2025, we applied for a $9.8 million FAST New York grant. That is an Empire State Development funded grant to support economic development by making sites like the Xerox campus more shovel-ready for development or redevelopment. In August 2025, that grant was awarded to WIDA, with the town and the village listed as beneficiaries of the grant, recognizing that the grant is in order to improve roadways that will ultimately be dedicated to the town and the village in the vicinity of the Xerox campus. So in December 2025, we issued an RFP with the input of Keith, for the town engineer, and Jake Swingley, the village DPW commissioner. The proposals were received in January of 2026. We received 6 proposals in total. One was for Costage Engineering, $770,000. Labella, $900,000, GPI, $2.2 million, Lou Engineers, $2.2 million, TY Lin, $2.3 million. So 6 proposals in total. We had a selection committee that reviewed the proposals. That included Josh Artuso, Keith Mortimer from the town, Jake Swingley from the village, also the deputy mayor, Jerry Ippolito from the village, myself, and the WIDA board president, Barry Howard. So we reviewed and scored the proposals. We shortlisted 3 firms, TY Lin, Costich, and GPI. We held a series of interviews with those firms in February. Ultimately, the contract was awarded to Costich Engineering. Some of the reasons, I know it's really late, but some of the reasons why we selected Costich, of course, other than the price points that I just stated for the 6 proposals that we received, it wasn't just that it was the lowest bid, but more so that this firm had the most balanced approach to timeline, schedule, reasonableness of design fee to maximize construction dollars, recognizing that the $9.8 million grant includes both their design fee and the money that we have left over for construction. We felt that their approach to design made a lot of sense. They did the most due diligence of any of the firms to provide pre-schematic cost estimates of what they thought the roadway reconstructions and new construction would take, identifying places where they felt like the cost was going to be too high, and then providing other solutions that they would recommend for making the scope of work fit within the budget that we've been awarded through the grant. So for all of those reasons, that was the firm that was selected by the committee. So tonight we are, and I also want to note that the town, this was the same firm that did the town's sewer replacement recently, just to the north of the Xerox campus. You all had a very positive experience with Costich, found them very attentive, responsive, and on site regularly. They also included, it wasn't unique to them. I just want to note that the RFP did include the inclusion of supporting the bidding process once we finish design and are looking for a contractor to do the construction. It also supports construction administration, so being available at hand during the construction process, and also construction inspection, so actually observing the construction in progress to make sure that what's being constructed is exactly what was designed. So that's all included in their base scope at around $770,000. So over the last month or two, the attorneys for the town and the village, as well as myself, have been going back and forth with Costich to come up with a contract that everyone is comfortable with. So that's the contract that you all have before you tonight to pass. I think I'll leave it there, I guess, if there are any other questions that you have for me.
I don't have any questions at this time because I just got this contract this afternoon. I have not read it. I'm not prepared to ask questions, and I'm most certainly not prepared to vote this up or down.
I have just a quick question.
Yeah.
Did you guys resolve that there is no liability to the town or village in terms of the environmental easement?
I feel that that's been resolved.
Okay, Kyle?
I just want to add a couple things, okay? First of all, well, just one thing, really. I have an incredible amount of respect and faith in you and Don White. But I'm not going to be voting on something I haven't reviewed and I haven't weighed in on, and I haven't had an opportunity to ask any questions, even if I have any questions. So that's where I'm coming from.
I mean, I agree with John. Tremendous respect for Kyle and for Don. I've known Don a very, very long time, 10 plus years. But yeah, I will admit, when it came in today around 1-ish, I did not have time to read it.
Kyle, do you want to explain the time-sensitive nature of this?
I don't believe I'm the best person to explain that, Leanne. I don't know if you can explain the time sensitivity.
Well-
So, yeah, I think everyone maybe not aware, this is a very time-sensitive project. We have about a year to complete this design, complete all agency reviews in order to be able to go out to bid by January 2027. Even by going out to bid at January 2027, there are still things that could go wrong. I think this project is critical to the future success of the Fairlife operations. They're getting ready to open their doors, will be fully operational this year, and are expecting 200 plus trucks coming in and out of that site every year. The roadway improvements that are being designed through this grant and that would begin in earnest because of the approval of this contract are quite necessary in order to ensure that those traffic impacts are not felt by the town in a timely manner. We are accelerating the design schedule of this project as much as we possibly can in order to be able to go out to bid and do construction in 2027. If we miss that window, we risk not being able to construct this until 2028. So that's a full 2 years.
When is the village board voting on this?
Next week, Thursday.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Did I cut you off?
No, go ahead.
So I understand what you're saying. It's time sensitive. Well, I'm thinking this has been worked on by both parties for a while. And I think if you knew it was time sensitive, I'm not pointing my finger at you, believe me, but the parties involved, if they knew it was that time sensitive, I would have thought they would have gotten it to this board for review earlier than the day we were supposed to vote on it. I just think it's, and I don't know what happened. And I honestly, I don't mean to be callous.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say I don't care, but I need these contracts not the day of the vote. So I'm the type of person I'm gonna read the contract. I'm not a lawyer, but I do know this. We've got 2 sets of eyes that are lawyers looking at this. It never hurts to have 2 more sets of eyes or 5 more sets of eyes to catch something. It's pretty comprehensive contract here. So it's like I have a choice. I can either vote no because I can't review it. That's the only, or you can give us some additional time to take a look at it.
Kyle, what are the options for when's the village board voting on this?
Thursday. The
Next
9th.
Thursday?
Yeah, the 9th.
They were actually going to do it last Thursday.
Kyle, what are the options for us to vote on it as close to next Thursday as possible?
I don't think that would be possible because we wouldn't have time to publish.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. I don't,
Yeah, so we need what?
We would not be able to
2 weeks
do
notice?
that. Well, to get it out, no less than 5, no more than 10 days.
Yeah.
And get it into the Webster Herald. There's not enough time to get it on next week, and that would then push us into our normally scheduled meeting.
yeah, I mean, I understand, like, it's
Yeah.
just a tough situation of like, I trust Don and Kyle, but I'd also like to read it before I vote on it to understand what's in there. And sometimes things get missed. There's a different set of eyes. So it's just that like, what's our
Okay.
role?
I've had that happen before
Yes.
when I was mayor.
Right.
I was told the contract's fine to go, and I did find something.
Jen, you got something?
No.
I was at the WEDA board meeting this morning. I do understand the absolute time necessity of this contract, though. So I am going to make a resolution that we award Costas Engineering the contract for the Webster Transportation Infrastructure Project and the Fast New York Grant.
Alex, have you read this? All 73 pages?
No.
Okay.
You read this?
Not in its entirety.
How much did you read?
I don't believe the board's job is to review every single contract and every single term and condition. And it's
And
great
I'm
to
just
have
gonna
the
dis-
due diligence
Yeah,
to
I'm just
do
gonna
that.
disagree with you
But
on
that's
that.
what we have attorneys for.
And
I'm just
this
gonna
is
disagree.
with WEDA. This is 100%. This is grant funding, correct? Like we will upfront the cost, but we will be reimbursed through this
Yeah,
grant.
this
It's
is,
a very
the
important
town and the
grant.
village we'll be paying the invoices until such time as the environmental review is completed, which will be around 30% design completion. After that point, the money will be paid directly by an account coming from ESD directly to the design firm. So this is in the short term,
So you
really.
got a motion?
I maintain my motion to award
I'll second.
Costitch.
So you got a motion and a second. Let's just vote and get out of here.
Supervisor Sheldon,
Aye.
Councilman
Sorry.
Hunter,
Aye.
Councilman Cahill,
Nay.
Councilwoman Wright,
Aye.
Councilman Wagner.
Nay.
All right.